watching PA Harness Week, a half-hour show dedicated to harness racing right here in the great state of Pennsylvania. I'm Charla McBride, joined by Heather Vitale, and this is racing's fastest-paced half hour.
You know, Charla, I don't like to go against what you say, but fast-paced half hour, like the fastest, I mean, that's even an understatement today, I'm telling you.
We have a lot of stuff to get to. Here's what you can expect to see in this next half hour. On today's show, the racing world is still buzzing about the world record with Lather Up 2 weeks ago. Heather catches up with driver Montrell Teague about what it took for this incredible mile. Can Lather Up continue to impress on the racetrack? He was in action once again in the William Houghton Memorial. And can Captain Crunch take a bite out of the competition in the Meadowlands Pace? Driver Tim Dietrich just found out he's on the ballot to become a Hall of Famer. I'll talk with him about this exciting honor. Plus, at Harris, Philadelphia, we have action from the Great Northeast Open Series and a whole bunch of PA All-Stars from the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. All this and much more next on PA Harness Week. And now for our race of the week from right here at Harris, Philadelphia. It's from last Sunday, race number 7 in the Great Northeast Open Series. The purse in this one, $30,000. It was a short field of 5 because 2 were scratched. And here's one horse to take a look at. The number 2, None Better, the heavy favorite. Why? Well, he's just going for his 9th win in a row.
But None Better's steering the ship. They've reached the quarter in a time of 27 seconds. So it's None Better with the lead by a length. The wall is right there, drafting on the Bongiorno helmet. Second, racing third, keep on rocking by a length and a half. Now our Max Factor is fourth. Mr. Ohansey trails a full lap to go. None Better has the lead, unchallenged, uncontested, one to the good. Over the wall, third position, keep on rocking as they make their way towards the half. It's our Max Factor in fourth, and Mr. Ohansey trails None Better. Gets the half in 55 and 2, 28 and 2 second quarters. They start their journey up the back stretch. None Better by a length and a half. The wall is second. Keep on Rocking continues to draft in third. Our Max Factor is fourth, and now Keep on Rocking's given his cue by Barry. He's going to try to backside brush None Better as Bongiorno starts to go to work as they near three quarters. The wall's at the inside third. Our Max Factor picks up cover fourth as they enter the final quarter of play. Mr. Ohansey is still last, three quarters, 122 and 3. None Better has the lead by a half. The outside second, Keep on Rocking the wall, enjoying the journey third. Out wide, Our Max Factor, top of the stretch. None Better set down for the drive now, 2 to the good as they straighten away. The wall is second, up on the outside, rallying on third is Our Max Factor, but it's None Better up the inside the wall, outside Our Max Factor, down to the finish. None Better stays on. None Better driven out to win.
None Better, what an appropriate name. Now this horse is from down under. He just came to America in April and he has taken our country by storm. He's had 11 starts now with 9 wins, 2 seconds. He's raced on 3 different track sizes in 3 different states. In this one, he wins with ease in 149 and 4 for the trainer and driving team, brother-sister Joe Bongiorno and trainer Jen Bongiorno. Now, he was potentially challenged. I don't really know if that's a phrase. I just sort of made it up. But as you can see in the race, really no threat in here. Now, talking about the down under horses, all right, we have Max Factor, who finished second, also from the Southern Hemisphere, and the third place finisher, Mr. Ohansey, also from down under.
And staying right here at Harris, Philadelphia, we're going to get to race number 9, the top pacing event in this one. The purse is $18,000, 2 horses to take a look at. The number 2 horse, Tiger Thompson, the bettor's choice, looks to rebound after being the beaten favorite last time out. And the number 6 horse, Slick Tony, the second choice, has been racing in Delaware and Maryland and now joins us here in PA.
And Sunfire Blue Chip shows the way. Larry Carr is second, brushing attempt in coming down from the favorite Tiger Thompson. Dunn pushes the button on him, and here he comes driving up on the outside. Towards us for the first time, past us for the first time. K. Ryan Blue Chip is fourth, Rough Odds is fifth, towards the half. 3 back to Street Boy. Then it's Slick Tony and Crockett's calling. Tiger Thompson was stretched out a bit to get that lead, but does cross over on Sunfire Blue Chip. Past the half, 54 and 1 up the back stretch they go. and Tiger Thompson's the new race leader. Sunfire Blue Chip is second. Here comes K. Ryan Blue Chip now, proving prominent on the outside, uncovered. Larry Carr is shuffled fourth. Raffans moves up with cover fifth, 3.5 off the lead. Up on the outside, Slick Tony picks up a spot around Street Boy, and Crockett's Colin trails the field. Around the turn they go. Tiger Thompson by a half. Outside, K. Ryan Blue Chip second. Sunfire Blue Chip a strong pocket presence third. Outside fourth, Raffans strong on cover. 3/4, 1:21.4 for Tiger Thompson, who leads it by a length and a half. They straighten away. Sunfire Blue Chip still there, and K. Ryan Blue Chip starts to labor. Raffans is out 3 wide as they straighten away. Tiger Thompson set down for the drive. In between rivals, Sunfire Blue Chip on the far outside. Slick Tony is gaining well, but Tiger Thompson hangs him there today. Tiger Thompson wins.
What is up with all these down under horses? We just saw None Better win. He was an Australian native, and now we've got Tiger Thompson winning, a New Zealand native. He gets the W in here. He gets away third, roars up to the top to finish off the mile in 1:49.4 on a very speedy Sunday afternoon here in Philadelphia. Dexter Dunn is in the driver's seat for trainer Josh Parker. Third was Slick Tony. He charged up from the back, looked great, and the show spot went to Larry Carr.
And we do have to take a quick break, but stay with us. We have a lot more action when we return. Coming up, we will head to the Meadowlands and show you some exciting races from a couple of horses that you know and love if you watch the show. We have Lather Up and Captain Crunch coming right back.
Captain Crunch to the lead, working on a mystery, back in the second spot now.
Rolling is Luck Be With You, and Luck Be With You is out and after the front, and some star somewhere tracks that move on the outside.
Harness your luck with Meadows Racing in Washington County. You'll be like, whoa! Don't miss the ADIOS Pace for the Orchids with a week of Grand Circuit harness racing. ADIOS Week begins on Saturday, July 20th, and racing continues throughout the week. Family Fun Friday is July 26th with a balloon artist, face painter, and a bounce house. ADIOS Day is Saturday, July 27th at 11:25. Brought to you by the Meadows Standardbred Owners Association. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Mohegan Sun Pocono, the colors shine a little brighter. The meals are just a little tastier, and the slots a little hotter. When you're here with great friends, the good times seem to last a little longer, and you just may feel a little luckier. Best of all, it's all a little closer, so you can shine on anytime you like. Shine on, Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Welcome back. You're watching PA Harness Week. We've shown you a couple of exciting races so far this show. If you want to see some of those races live, up close, in person, here's a look at where you can catch some of the greatest action this week. Here's a look at the live racing schedule. The Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono has live harness racing Saturday and Sunday with a post time of 7 p.m. Monday and Tuesday, the first race starts at 4 p.m. and at Harris, Philadelphia, Sunday racing with a post time of 12:40 p.m. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the first race post time is at 12:25. We're heading now to New Jersey for the Crawford Farms Meadowlands Pace from last Saturday. This is one of the premier races for 3-year-old pacing colts. The purse in this one, $680,000. So why is this our OMG moment? It's not because of the purse. It's not because of the superstars in this race. This is because of the outcome. Take a look.
Captain Crunch to the lead, working on a mystery, back in the second spot now. Better's Wish now to challenge on the outside. He's left first over off a half of dazzling 52.4. Onto the far turn. Captain Crunch, Better's Wish on the outside. Those two slug it out with 3/8 to go now. Working on a mystery is back in the third position as they head to 3/4. On the inside, that's Best in Show, and he is a stride for stride as they race past 3/4. It is still Captain Crunch on the inside. Better's Wish on the outside, trying to wear him down steadily. Working on a mysteries right there. And now Best in Show shaking loose off the cones from fourth, but needs to do more. 3/4. Unbelievable. 1:19.3 into the stretch. Captain Crunch under intense pressure. Right there on the outside is Better's Wish. And here comes Working on a Mystery, trying to reel them in. Best in Show is in heavy traffic. Captain Crunch put to the test. Better's Wish is gigantic. Working on a Mystery. And on the inside, Best in Show! Best in Show! Best in Show!
On July 7th, Linda Toscano was inducted into the Harness Racing Hall of Fame. Then 6 days later, she becomes the first woman trainer to win the Meadowlands Pace. Here we've got Best in Show with driver Brian Sears. Now, they leave out of post 7, and then they sort of sit back and they let the top contenders totally duke it out on the front in like crazy mad fractions. And then, like, there's no way Best in Show's winning. There's no room. He can't get through. Or is there, right? So I was as surprised as everybody else. I mean, and not taking anything away from Brian Sears. He's a Hall of Famer, pure talent. But it's almost like the universe is saying, Brian, that way. I got some room for you that way. Unbelievable. The horse pays over $50 to win. And probably a good thing if I mention the time, 1:48 here. Best in Show, long shot, but royally bred. He's a bettor's delight. He's out of the multi-millionaires, put on a show. Just an incredible race there. We've got Bettor's Wish. He was giant. Raced capital G giant. Working on a mystery third. Also right there for fourth was the North America Cup winner, Captain Crunch.
And we are going to stay right at the Meadowlands from last Saturday at the William Howden. This was a special distance of 1 mile and an eighth. The purse, almost $425,000. The favorite in this race is, of course, the number 5 Lather Up, who we just saw equal the fastest race of all time on last week's show.
It's Lather Up in front, the fastest horse in Meadowlands history at 1:46. Across the backstretch leads the way. This is the Pren, is now in the second spot. Highlighter is tracking from third. Always a Prince, fourth on the inside. McWicked to the outside, fifth. Endeavor shoots a gap on the inside, sixth. Duplicated, seventh on the outside as they pass the half in 53-1. It's a solid clip here, and Lather Up carves it out. It's Lather Up. This is the plan, a perfect two-hole ride. Highlighter is third. Onto the far turn they go. Always a Prince trying it first over. He's now fourth, now third. Trying to catch up to him is McWicked. He is now fifth on the outside and gaining. Endeavor is shuffled to sixth. And a bad shuffle for Delta Winner on the inside. Getting in gear is Duplicated to his outside. Shaking loose late now, and with a long way to come is Dorso Duro Hanover. As they pass three quarters, it's Lather Up in 1:21 into the stretch. Lather Up and Always a Prince. Lather Up trying to see it through. It's Lather Up, Always a Prince, gained first over. From the inside, this is a plan, needs to do more. Lather Up sprinting them. Lather Up doing enough here. It's Lather Up, this is the plan, and Always a Prince. The mile was 1:47.4, and Lather Up is going to win the Howden.
In this big 12-horse race, Lather Up and Montreal Teague, they get away third, but they do not stay there for long. They're on top by the half-mile pole, and they pass that mile timer in 1:47.4, and then they overtake the competitors. They overtake the long stretch at the Meadowlands, which is very hard to do. They finished that 1 mile and an eighth distance in 2:01.1 for trainer Clyde Francis. This is a plan was second, and then third went to Always a Prince. McWicked, who was your 2018 Horse of the Year, was fourth. Now, of course, getting back to Lather Up, we saw on last week's show that he did equal the fastest race mile in harness racing history in 1:46, and I got to catch up with Montreal Teague about how important that race was to him and how incredible it is to be associated with a horse like Lather Up.
First of all, mind blown. During the race, did you have any idea that you were about to equal the fastest race ever in the history of the sport?
No, the only thing I remember last was the half 52. Three-quarter pole, I wasn't even looking at the clock. I was just timing it, make sure nobody was coming to block me in, and then made my move.
Always a Prince was the favorite, so you had a great spot behind him. Is that really how you thought the race was going to set up?
Not at all. No, I thought that Jimmy Frey would be leaving out of there at 25, and then another one would be coming right after him. I didn't think I was going to a two-hole trip. I thought I would probably get away fourth or fifth, to be honest. And I was going to look for a second over trip, something easier instead of coming first up and big mile. But it actually worked out absolutely perfect. Always a Prince rolled out of there. I just sat right behind him. I just moved out just a little bit, see if he actually wanted to cut the mile or he kept the fractions honest at least. And he looked back and he was like, get right back in there. And it was absolutely perfect for me because he did all the work and I just picked up the pieces.
Now, although you did get a great trip, and like you said, he did all the work, let's be honest, when Lather Up is on his game, he is a major force, and he is the one to beat. I mean, you've had some really great memories with this horse, including the North America Cup final. What's this horse mean to you?
Oh man, he's my next Wiglet Jiglet. I mean, Wiglet Jiglet put me on the map and before Custer, and then now this one is just going at 46. So Wiggles had a mark 47 and 2. This guy's going at 46. So now I got something a little bit better.
I watched this race like at least 10 times. How many times have you watched it?
Oh man, probably at least 10 times, 15, 50, something like that. But I have so many comments and people just reaching out to me saying congratulations. I really appreciate that.
I am so thrilled for you. I mean, you know, like I love you, I love your family, and I could not be happier. It's yay! I don't even know what else to say. Yes, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
It's always great to hear from Montrell Teague. We do have to take a quick break, but when we come right back, we're heading to the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono for some PA All-Star races. Stay with us.
Blood Red has corralled Silvertail and takes a slight lead.
At Mohegan Sun Pocono, the colors shine a little brighter. The meals are just a little tastier, and the slots a little hotter. When you're here with great friends, the good times seem to last a little longer, and you just may feel a little luckier. Best of all, it's all a little closer, so you can shine on anytime you like. Shine on, Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Welcome back. You are watching PA Harness Week. It's now time to get to the exciting action from the Downs and Mohegan Sun Pocono. We're going to start with the Pennsylvania All-Stars, one of 4 $30,000 divisions. 2 horses to take a look at. The number 1 horse, Firefly. Firefly is fire, right?
I like to say lit. It's lit.
She means legit. The horse is legit. Firefly is the favorite, with leading driver Georgie Knapp and the number 3 horse, Lion Sentinel, also getting support at the windows.
Firefly having to deal with should have been a TD. First over for Simon Allard, quickly within a half length as on the front end, Firefly responding. 2 back to Lion Sentinel in third. Second over comes Sweet Ace. Also on the outside, Winning Words is fifth. Fourth over, sixth now is More Than Cute, and at the back skirting the pylons, Harpswell, Sweet Violet's the trailer. As up front, Firefly holding on to that lead, 3/4, 124-1, 28-1, third panel. It's still Firefly on the outside. Should have been a TD, giving it her best shot and inching forward again. In the pocket still is Lion Sentinel. Sweet Ace comes up second over. Top of the stretch, Firefly trying to dig deep. Should have been a TD right up on her outside. Lion Sentinel making another move on the inside. It should have been a TD and Lion Sentinel slight lead. Lion Sentinel should have been a TD surging. Should have been a TD.
We saw a couple of lead changes early in the mile, but coming up the back stretch, should have been a TD. Comes out from third, rolls up. Now she gets up to the head of Firefly, sort of hangs there a little bit, but coming down the stretch, she is able to get up in the final step. She wins by a head in 1:52.3 with Simon Allard. Now that was actually the fastest of the PA All-Stars races on this evening. She's the daughter of Sweet Lou, trained by Ron Burke, who of course also trained Sweet Lou. Lion Sentinel was a super tight second, and Firefly took third.
In race 3, another division of PA All-Stars for 2-year-old pacing fillies. It was Salacia Deo with driver Mike Simons winning her debut in 1:56.1. The daughter of Some Beach Somewhere had a perfect 2-hole trip and is trained by Ron Burke. Blood Red was a very close second, and Lion Sweet Chin took third.
On to race 4. Let's check out more PA All-Stars action as Lions Monetize showed off in wire-to-wire fashion with Jim Earl Jr. driving. The daughter of Captain Treacherous was the favorite, and she crossed the wire first in 1:55.1 in her first pari-mutuel start. Second was Sizzling with Feeling Sweet, showing up for the show money, and we're gonna go right into race 7. It's another PA All-Stars division, and it was Dance Club with driver Simon Allard winning in 1:53.2. The daughter of A Rock and Roll Dance made a brush early, but then was able to get cover, came home the fastest to win, and you'll never guess who the trainer was. Yes, Ron Burke, taking home 3 of the 4 divisions on this night. Second was All in Fun, and She Be Sailin' was third.
Now for more PA All-Stars action, this from Sunday night at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono for 2-year-old pacing colts and geldings, each with a purse of $30,000. We're starting with race number 4. The favorite, Catch the Fire, makes a move to the top past the stands and looks super confident as he paces home in 27 to win with Mike Wilder at the controls. The son of Captain Treacherous is trained by John Ackley and finishes up the mile with an easy win in 1:53. The place spot was awarded to Patriot Nation, and rounding out the trifecta was Lake Charles.
In race number 5, the second division of the evening for our All-Stars, the bettor's choice is number 2, Captain Groovy. I always want to say, yeah, baby, yeah, when I say Captain Groovy, like Austin Powers. In the bike, Mark McDonald, and there is a never an anxious moment as he cuts out the mile in 1:53.1. He's a son of Captain Treacherous, winning by 2 lengths for trainer Ray Schnicker. Caliber picked up the place spot, and Lou's Sweet Revenge was 3rd.
Moving into race 7 for more PA-bred 2-year-olds in the All-Stars. Max Big Boy settled in about mid-pack along the pylons, but coming up the stretch, he finds room up the passing lane, a.k.a. the Pocono Pike, and wins in 1:53. The son of former Horse of the Year, Some Beach Somewhere, and champion pacing mare Michelle's Jackpot was driven by Matt Kakaley for trainer Ron Burke and paid almost $20. Lions Music got a perfect trip to take second, and Tell Them Lou at odds of 25-1 was 3rd.
In the final division of the PA All-Stars for 2-year-old colt and geldings on this Sunday night, it was race number 9, Cattle Wash. Had to do a little bit of work to get to the front, but once he's there, he does let Team Best retake and lead the way until those last few strides when Cattle Wash comes up the inside to win in 1:53.1 with a Yannick Gingras at the controls. The son of Some Beach Somewhere, makes sense with his name. Cattle Wash is a beach in Barbados. Well, they win for the Burke stable. Team Best settled for second, while Light Up the Park at over 30-1 takes 3rd.
We do have to take a quick break, but when we come right back, driver Tim Tetrick is up for the Hall of Fame. We will talk with him about this exciting honor. Plus, we have a blast from the past that we know you will love. It's coming right up.
Captain Treacherous kicks out the earplugs, and Captain Treacherous leads the way.
It's Mac Lobel, and he's pouring it on. It's Niatros by 4, and he's going away.
The Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame, a place where heroes come to life, preserving harness racing's treasured past while promoting its exciting future. And now get ready to harness your excitement with the thrill of harness racing's 3D simulator. The Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame, now offering free admission. Bigger, better, bolder than ever.
The world is full of compromises, but not here. Not on this stage, not in this race, not in this sport. Every bet is a hope. Return on investment comes in seconds. This is harness racing. We welcome you to the Harness Racing Fan Zone. See it all for yourself. Feel it in all the passion. Share that experience with others. The Harness Racing Fan Zone puts you in the driver's seat.
Welcome back to PA Harness Week. We have had such an exciting show here in racing's fastest paced half hour, and there's still more to come.
Yeah, did you hear the news?
I have.
Tim Tetrick on the ballot for a Hall of Fame. We love having Tim on the show. So many accolades, so much on his resume, and you got the opportunity to talk to him about one more gigantic thing that is going to be a milestone historic event.
All right, Tim, you are on the ballot for the Hall of Fame. Take me through the moment that you learned about it.
I learned at it from when I was racing, actually, and people come up to me and was congratulating me, and at first I was like, for what? And then they told me, and it's just a big honor. I'm very fortunate to be great at something I've done all my life, so I'm glad I get to represent and get to be put in the Hall of Fame.
What are all the emotions that are kind of racing through your mind after you had time to let it process a little bit?
You know, I think back where I started and how far I've come, and it's kind of a great honor, and you know, I'm just very proud of myself, and I'm glad I could do it.
What do you think it says about your career as a whole so far? You still have a lot more to go.
Yeah, I'm very young. You know, my numbers speak for itself. You know, I've always let my numbers do that, and you know, I've had a great career, and I hope it's not over yet.
Well, congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
And because Tim is so terrific, we thought, well, we'll stick with this theme. We're going to take a look from October 19th, 2013, when Tim won the Breeders' Crown Championship with Captain Treacherous.
as they reach the half-mile marker in 55-2. So a second quarter breather for Captain Treacherous, being chased a bit on the lead as they head to the back stretch. It's Captain Treacherous on the inside who's still showing the way. Right there on the outside is Sunshine Beach. He's been first over from the start, applying pressure. Sunfire Blue Chip in the loose pocket spot third. Luke and Hanover well spotted second over on the outside. Beach Memories is jammed in at the rail. Vegas Vacation third up on the outside. 3/4 in 1, 22-1, 26-4 on the backstretch. It's Captain Treacherous and Sunshine Beach, and they are slugging it out. Captain Treacherous kicks out the earplugs, and Captain Treacherous leads the way. Sunshine Beach won't go away, hanging in there on the outside. The Captain put to the test. Sunshine Beach on the outside. Captain Treacherous game. Sunshine Beach, Luke and Hanover. Captain Treacherous wins again. The Captain, not to be denied, 149-2.
I'm a huge Captain Treacherous fan, and on that night, it just showed how gutsy he was. What an amazing mile, 149-2 in the slop. And don't you absolutely love hearing Sam McKee's voice once again in the driver's seat? Tim Tetrick, of course, for trainer Tony Alagna. And the best thing now is we get to see all of Captain Treacherous's babies, a race here on the PA circuit.
What's trending? Well, we are, of course. You can always find us online on Facebook. You can find us at Harness Week. And, of course, on Twitter, you can find us at PA Harness Week. You can always watch all of our episodes on YouTube.
And speaking of our Facebook and Twitter accounts, you may have seen that on I Love National Horses Day, we had a contest. So the question was, when did I first beat Foiled Again? Because, of course, I'm a Foiled Again fanatic, all right? And if you guessed right, you got one of these adorable stuffed Foiled Again plushies, and we did have winners. So I do want to say congratulations to the winners. On Facebook, we had Lewis Willis, Danielle DeCruz, and Frank Marrow. And then on Twitter, the winners were Lewis S., Dave Smith, and Danielle Dickey. So congratulations to those winners. And we have another contest coming up. So, you know, if you missed out on that one, keep watching the show and keep checking us out on social media, because you don't want to miss the next contest. Absolutely not.
And speaking of winning at life, Heather here had a very exciting weekend. You jumped out of an airplane. Jumped out of an airplane.
I had a parachute though, okay? Yeah, so it was great. I wasn't scared. Everyone's like, wow. Why? Why would you do that? I don't know, maybe I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie or something.
I'd say so.
I've been diving underwater, so I just wanted to dive above Earth.
Makes sense. Makes sense to her. Not me so much. Well, thanks so much for watching this half hour of great television. It's been so much being with you. Thanks for tuning in to NBC Sports Philadelphia. We'll see you same time, same place next week.